What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're inside of an abandoned mall. This place opened in 1988. It has beautiful architecture from the time period, still present. Walking around here still feels like you're walking through the late 80s, early 90s with the colorways, the sculptures. This place closed permanently in 2019. They had some familiar anchors: Target, Sears, Ames. There's also a Best Buy here, a movie theater. There's so much to see. We're going to be here all day, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So if you do, leave a thumbs up, and let's go check it out. Based on the exterior of the anchor we just left, I do think it was Penney's. But we have jewelry stores, tiled floors, and this beautiful main concourse area with the American flag hanging up there still. I wonder how long these art pieces have been sitting here. Feels like you haven't really seen orange used since the 90s. It's such an old color, like I think a Nickelodeon. So it really just takes me back. Even the green reminds me of Nickelodeon. It's just colors that were common in the 90s. So just to give you guys an idea, right now we're in the center of the mall. If we go that way, it's more stores. That way, it's an exit. We just came from the JCPenney's, which is behind you, and going this way leads us to Target and the food court and the movie theater. So we're probably going to be going that way first and then ending the video with the food court and the movie theater. Let's just take our time, go into every single store, and see what kind of details from the past we can uncover here in this abandoned mall. It's so rare to find malls, retail havens left abandoned. Such a thing from a bygone era, but let's explore this place before it's gone forever. This was K Jeweler. We're also joined today by Chris.
What's up, guys?
What do you find?
Check this out. It's the map.
Oh, we could see all the anchor stores.
Yeah.
We're inside another corner jewelry store next to the main atrium. This one actually has a booth left behind, but you could see a lot, and I could smell a lot of the water damage in here. The wood is, just as I was saying that, the wood is not great. So this store was called Just Threading. Must have been like a yarn store. Threads. Pretty cool. Nice carpet. It looks like they also did henna tattoos. I think that's what that's called. Henna tattoos. Maybe somebody can correct me. But these are always pretty cool. There's a fitting room in here. Looks like somebody was sleeping here. They got a blanket and some pillows and a Christmas gift. I guess somebody was really living in here though, it looks like. I don't know how you could sleep on that fitting room chair. It's so small, like a child would fit on that. Got a green business. I think this was Vitamin World if I was to guess. Yep. Is a flyer inside this Vitamin World of Sears, I guess when I'm still open. Doesn't say a year. So many noises in this mall. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the ceiling is making so many noises. It sounded like there was people in here when I first got in. Blue Bird. Brian Aguchi. Looks like a snowboard brand. So this was probably a snowboard, maybe a skate shop, snowboard shop hybrid. Yeah, it looks like it was a skiing shop. They have a lot of posters. And maps. They also have maps of ski trails. And this is all from the 2013-14 season when the place closed down permanently. I think this was Finish Line. Oh, maybe not. It looks different. It's really big in here. Look at this. People were exploring here with glow sticks, probably at night. Well, obviously. Still kind of cool though. It looks like they had trees here in the concourse, but they cut them all down. So all the natural light kept them up, but they chopped them all down. It would have been cool seeing all the decaying trees through the seasons in here. Over there we have Sears towards the end. That's the end of the mall on this side. But we still have a decent amount of businesses to check out. We have a Christmas tree store. Every mall has a Christmas store. Not much else left behind here, just a pile of gifts. Maybe Santa's chair is in here too somewhere. Yeah, tons of gifts. Obviously, they're all empty. So from looking at the maps, I know that this is a CVS. I also think it because of its colors. It's probably where the counters were. Over here. Yeah, you could see here on the glass. It says CVS. What does CVS even stand for? Does anyone know? Apparently there's also a village ambulance here. I'm not sure what that means. But That's all that's in here. Yeah, so this was Supercuts. Great value packages, signature style, a cut and blowout package for $39. Great shape, $48, a color touch, $70, and a lighten and brighten for $145. So we've been making some progress down here, coming along, and down there is the Sears. Right there is the Macy's. We're going to check out a little bit of these corner stores and the ones that are in this area before we head into those big anchors. This is the type of store I'm into. I love all the sportswear stores that sell the good, warm equipment for all season. Stuff that'll get you through adventures and create good memories, but this place doesn't really have anything left. This is a cool looking storefront. I even like this clock left behind. They really stopped implementing putting analog clocks on random things, because honestly I really like the look. I wonder what this store was. I'm not sure what this business was. Maybe a jeans store, because there's a lot of Levi's stuff all over the place. But look at these pillars. Look how fun they are. Just the little red balls in the top. Just add a little bit of character in here. I'm just saying that today's world is kind of missing a little bit of that fun. And we have, I guess these would be the fitting rooms. And they're filled with these pretty dated Levi ads. It's probably from the 80's, I was to guess. Yeah, here on the wall you have Levi's written everywhere. I'm not sure if Levi's ever had their own, individual store, but maybe that's what this was, because it says Levi's all throughout it on the wall. So people, let me know if you've ever seen just an independent Levi's store. Right above the Levi's store, we have a nice little skylight, bringing some natural light in here. Actually, the entire place is filled with natural light. Malls are a great use of natural light without using too much electricity. But we're gonna walk into the anchor here behind us. I do believe this is Macy's. Looks like they covered the abandoned anchor store with some butterflies. The Macy's probably closed before the rest of the mall did. And right away we're in like the perfume section. Looks like some kids broke the giant glass mirror. Oh wow, maybe they didn't break it. Because look at this mirror. It's just the adhesive is wearing off and it actually just fell off, and the only thing holding the mirror up is that little dip in the ceiling. Oh wow, that would be so loud if it fell. Be terrifying to hear that in fall while I'm in here. Here we have some more help desks, watches, jewelry, rings. But yeah, this is Macy's. Nevertheless, an interesting feeling to be inside of a vacant anchor store. Here's another corner jewelry store next to Macy's. We have another cool business front here, retro looking, even with the tiles on the ground. Ooh, and the carpet. Look at that entrance. We just walked into the 90s, everybody. So fun. Not quite sure what this store could be, though. Kind of resembles a GameStop, but doesn't really have anything that would tell me it is or not. I'm behind the counter trying to find anything to distinguish this location and let me know what it was. The only interesting thing I found is if the place is being robbed, it does have like a panic button here. That's pretty cool. I didn't see that in any of the other stores. I'm not going to press it just in case, you know. The one noise that is so prevalent throughout this mall is the overhead glass just cracking. I don't know why. I guess it's just expanding because of the heat. You know, overnight it gets cold, in the morning the sun makes it expand because of the heat. But the whole time we're in here, you just hear giant cracks. And it's very, very scary. But we are entering Payless. It's a shame nothing's left in Payless. And usually all the shelves are left intact for these businesses. I used to love going to Payless as a child. Probably the first place I was brought to get sneakers as a young kid in the 90s. Don't know why I have an attachment to these places, but I do. I'm sure some people could feel the same way. It looks like as we get closer to Sears up ahead, we have a couple of big warehouse-like stores. So this was some sort of food establishment? Truly independent wrestling. This was a wrestling venue. So there was a whole ring in here. Wow, I could see it now. I could totally see it. That's actually pretty cool. The showdown in September. Oh wow, that's so cool. Yeah, so this is probably one of the last events that happened here. Really cool. There's still a poster left behind. The only thing I wish there was left was the boxing ring, or excuse me, the wrestling ring, because that really would have been cool to see. Haven't been to a Sears in a very long time, so this is the first time in maybe a decade that I've stepped into a Sears location. Nothing left but a lot of blue pillars. I remember Sears being one of the more comfortable department stores to shop in just because of the colorway. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. I'm trying to find anything that at least says Sears, but they gutted this place pretty well. I'm by this front area. I guess this is the front entrance of Sears, but you do have a little bit of color in here. Got some yellow, some green. That's the only bit of anything left in here anymore. So now, as we head to the other side of the mall, we're going to be looking at the Target that's still operational here. The anchor store is blocked off, but we can actually still see the red Target sign still illuminated. There's also the food court over there, a Regal Cinema, and a retro Best Buy. So we're going to check out all those on this side of the mall as we're approaching the beautiful center atrium one more time. I love all the tinted glass here in the center too. It doesn't make it too harsh to stand around here. It gives it a very chill feel. Got Spencer's here. I'm sure everybody recognizes that. Oh, wow, it looks so weird in here. It's so weird in here without anything in it. Because I never realized that it's so like industrial. Looks like we got a Hollister next to Spencer's. And maybe this was a Journeys by the looks of it. Somebody's living in there? Here's the main area where you'd pay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Looks like people were living in here. There's a couch. There's a Target bag because it's open next door. And I guess the microwave over here worked for a little bit of time. I guess they squatted here until the power stopped working. Yeah, you even have a lighter. Oh, never mind. It's lipstick. What the heck? Every Hollister seemingly has the same setup, but nothing else in here. Looks like they had some sort of hot dog, pretzel vendor here in the center. It's the drink selection here. Not much left behind though. Prep station setup. We have a table here. These are the same booths they have down at the food court. But we're coming to another fork. Right down there we have the Best Buy. As you could see, that retro entrance, the blue and yellow, And then down here, we have the Target, which maybe you could see the illuminating logo at the end there. And that's where the food court and the Regal Cinemas is. So we have a little bit more to check out here. Over here we have a bouncy house. So this was a kids' play area. As you can see, all the cubbies for the children's sneakers and shoes. But wow, all the big bouncy houses are still here. They're just deflated. Even have colored artwork. Just got a bunch of deflated bouncy houses. I mean, it's kind of a good idea for a business. It just didn't work out. But it's a different idea, and I could appreciate the thought put into it. They have a random gas station pump in here. At first, I thought this was a gas pump left behind, but it looks like it's filled with like stuffed animal filling. And it says Animal Land, stuff your own collectible animal. So that's one of the things they had here. Pretty cool. Let's see what's in the employees only area. Hey!
You got me back. Jumped a little bit.
Got this nacho cheese maker. I don't know how you would have nachos just being made in there, but bunch of coffee in here too. The whole office reeks of these beans. It's kind of waking me up though. There's all these chip bags left behind here. Some of them are not opened. Breton popped super grain barbecue. It's probably been expired over 4 years by now. Leaving the bouncy house, we're greeted with another entry to the mall. That's right here. And we're gonna head to the Best Buy, and look at this old Best Buy entrance here. Nothing left but the blue carpet and the yellow to guide you through the store. But definitely an old Best Buy location, and I appreciate it. Very cool. I'm trying to find like an old Best Buy logo or something like that. I'm just wondering. The back rooms, we're just traveling through the past. They're never gonna make buildings like this again that kind of just bring you back. For some reason, things that were frequented in the 90s, the 80s, they just have a different, more human feeling to them. For some reason, the gray, the white, all of those colors that are in current modern buildings, especially retail when it comes to giving somebody your money, have lost so much. Just jovial vibes. Like, you don't go in there and see colors anymore. You know, they don't really release any oxytocin. You just go in there and you're giving them your money. Very black and white. We're gonna keep going down into the mall and go to another store. See what kind of stores we recognize down here. This looks like it was Bath and Body Works. $1. Wow. It's like a dollar store still set up. Got the aisle numbers above us. Anybody need calendars from 2018? Got a bunch. Here we are about to enter the children's place. Got girls on the right, boys on the left. There's one of these optical illusion things, like when you go side to side, it changes pictures. It's so crazy to see in an abandoned mall. It's kind of creepy. You got green for the baby boys, orange for the newborns, and baby girls gives you like a lavender color. Pretty cool. Business. Unique with these colors and the way the business is set up with these indentations. Kind of futuristic. Peace Train Tees, custom apparel and gifts while you wait. Huh. Got some chalk drawings of SpongeBob and the gang. Lee Nails. That business is empty. We have a help desk and another hair design place. Still got appointments on post-it notes on the mirror. Got a bunch of stickers here. A lot of Disney. Probably somebody's kids who worked here. Even have birthday cards left behind. Happy birthday, happy 20th birthday. And nobody even brought this home for her or whoever. Got the security office. Now this is weird. Got drawings on the wall of, I guess, people's kids. Lanterns. Microwave. Sounds like there's power. Sounds like this is on. It's like stuck closed though. It's cold. Well, obviously there's power. But there could be a possibility somebody living over here. There are these log books left behind in the security office of when this place was open. Middlebrook broke up a fight with two teenagers near the slides, arguing about money they left in the car parked in center court lot without incident. What else? I saw another funny one. Middlebrook, patrol of entire mall had to ask some kids to stop messing around with ATM. They were wrestling and fooling around and didn't want the ATM alarm to go off. And this is just filled. We have logs, pages all throughout 2018. And you have even more books of Beyond. Just like a lot of the mall's history physically written in these books down here. Here we are, finally at the end. Here we have the Target, which is still open. You could see the illuminated logo. And we are at the food court. This was where a tree was. But a pretty chill food court. Here's a pizza place. Pizzatelli. Cheese pizza per slice, $3.29. Here was the resident Japanese place. Or just Asian place, I'm not sure what this was. Oh, Japanese, yeah. Japanese fried rice. Got sushi as well. Looks like somebody put a mannequin in this Target cart. So on the other side of that wall are people shopping, just casually, not knowing what's on the other side here, and definitely not knowing that we're here with it. This looks like it was a Spanish restaurant, I'm gonna say, or Caribbean or something. You have this cool bar, looks like waves, and you got the palm trees. Could have been like a smoothie place as well. You have some bananas up there and some monkeys holding them, but a cool little corner food spot. A refreshing one too, to enter you into the food court itself. Now this is a first that's happened to me. My batteries have died while exploring this abandoned mall. I have filmed so much that I've killed my batteries. I've also been on the road, so I filmed and taken pictures of a bunch more stuff. But luckily, because this security room has power, I'm able to charge my batteries, so the video goes on. So leave a thumbs up because of that. What a privilege here, having my batteries charge while I'm using battery power here. So whenever this one dies, I'm gonna have to come back, get this one, swap this one for that one, but the show goes on. Over here on the opposite end of the food court, let's see what we have. New collection by Disney, by Pandora. Just an empty, modern business. And this is all boarded up here, but they painted what looks like to be restaurants here. I guess they were hoping this would be revitalized in hopes that the mall wouldn't close. This is a restaurant left behind. Sit down. Got some booths left behind. I think the restaurant was called Monte Cristo. That's what it says on the wall. Here's the bar. Yeah, it's pretty much on this side of the food court area. Over here on this side of the food court, we have the entry to the movie theater. Oh no, this is just another store here. I guess the movie theater entrance is next door. Going down this long corridor here, we have the mall office and the community room. There's a staircase that goes upstairs. Maybe we'll go up there in a little bit. But this is the mall office. There's a lot left behind in the mall office here. I don't even know where to start. Check this out. Malloween. Dress in your favorite costume to trick or treat. Free throughout the mall. 2015. Seems like a lifetime ago. Still here. It's pretty cool. Check out this storage room. It's filled with movie posters. Wow, that's cool. Just Mercy. Don't remember that movie. See if I see anything that I do recognize. Emma. You know, this is all from 2019, so these might have been movies that were trying to come out and then, shutdowns happened, and nobody really saw most of these, so that's maybe why I don't recognize them, but maybe somebody can inform me otherwise. Really cool. Even though I don't recognize any of these, but a good foreshadowing of the next business we're going to walk inside. So here's the community room. This is creepy to find. Look what I just found. a Sierra Mist unopened. Look at it. You could see the bottle is all weird from the air. But an unopened Sierra Mist. Rest in peace to this company. And here is an unopened one. I could open this right now and get the sweet taste of Sierra Mist in my mouth again. But this company has been shut down and bankrupt for I don't even know how many years. Unopened. Insane. Look at this. I love finding food in vacant places because it just reminds me of like an apocalyptic situation, because this would be a gold mine if the world was gone. I got 4 cans of baked beans or refried beans. So that's just chilling here in this office. Just scattered with some 90s electronics. Now we're walking into the movie theater. Got 10 theaters. Here's the concession stand. Got the box office right there. Love the colors. Yellow, blue, and red. See if anything's left in these theaters. This is cool. It says the cinema shop. I like that. Movie theaters seem like there would be fun places to work as your first job or, anything like that. Cool room. Must be a break room, I think. Leaving the break room, we have the row of theaters. Walking right into a bunch of spider webs. There's nothing left. All the seats are gone. Sometimes they repurpose seats, and I guess they did in this case, because they probably had the newer recliners, and they definitely don't want to leave those behind. So even though there's nothing in this theater, no seats or anything, it's still cool. I love walking around old theaters. Just another part of the past. And you got to think about how many people have watched movies here with loved ones, or even had life-changing thoughts because of movies, plots of movies, feeling emotions. Such a beautiful thing cinema is to humanity. It's just sad always seeing places close, not only of retail, but of entertainment, and malls and movie theaters kind of coexist in that same world. The lobby here is cool, and what a pleasure walking around this mall. I feel like I'm a local from like 20 years ago today, walking around and just enjoying this mall like the locals back then would. And that's my goal, just giving attention to the places that have closed permanently and don't get anymore. Let's go upstairs. That's probably where the projectors would be, but if they took the seats, they probably took the projectors too. Just an office. Look at this movie theater themed bathroom. Got popcorn everywhere. I'm sure it didn't smell like popcorn. Now this definitely was a break room. And they even put some of the theater seats in here, just a lounge. That's kind of cool. Oh, whoa, look at that. It's a Matrix ad. Cool. Yeah, this came out in 2021. So not that old, but still in the past and left behind. Here is where the projectors would be. And right away, I can tell you they're all gone. In fact, the ramp that they loaded them up on and put them up the stairs is even still here. Behind the box office, you could see where the money was. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for today's video. We explored everything. So many anchor stores, Sears, Penney's, Macy's, Regal Cinemas, Target. I think I'm missing one too, but so much to see here. One of the coolest malls I've had the pleasure of exploring just because of the time period, 1988. That was a changing time, both in architecture and pop culture. And you could see both things still relevant here in this mall. It's just a shame that we have to see places like this go. I love the black and the pink tiling that kind of surrounds this entire place. And even the colors like that kind of bring you back to the 90s with all the orange, and there's just so many hints of the past here. And that's the reason we document these places. We go to them, we document them before they're knocked down by human hands, so that way people can visualize what the past looked like, because a lot of times places get demolished and you really don't know what they've ever looked like. There's been hundreds, millions of buildings that have been beautiful, built by human hands, and they should really be celebrated and not knocked down. So today, I'm thankful I was able to walk around this beautiful piece of retail history, and hopefully you enjoyed as well. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.